Hi, I'm Adam Mascara and I'm going to be teaching a lesson on dividing polynomials, so let's get to it. Okay, so here's the first example. Our dividend is x cubed plus 6x plus 5, and our divisor is x minus 4. But when you set it up, we have to put a placeholder here because there's no x squared value, so we just put a 0x squared. Okay, so we begin by dividing x cubed by the first variable of our divisor, which is x, and so x goes into x cubed, x squared times, so we put that up there, and then we multiply it by this, and then subtract that from our dividend, so we get negative x cubed. And then we do the same thing with the negative 4, so we multiply that and then we subtract it, and since it's a negative it becomes a positive, so we add 4x squared, and then we bring these two down and this cancels out, so then we are left with 4x squared plus 6x plus 5. Okay, so then we start with the first step again, so we divide 4x squared by x, and so that is 4x, so we put that up there, and then we multiply it by the first one and subtract it, so that's a negative 4x squared, and then the same with the negative 4, so we end up with a positive 16x, and then these cancel out, bring this down, and we get 22x plus 5. And then we do the same step again, and so x goes into 22x 22 times, so we put that up there, and then multiply it and subtract, and then we get negative 22x, and then the same with the negative 4, and we get positive 88, and these two cancel out, and we're left with 93. And since x does not go into 93, this is our remainder, so we bring it up here and we put it over the divisor and add it to our quotient, which is that. Okay, so example number 2 is x to the 6th plus x to the 4th plus x squared plus 1 divided by x squared plus 1. So we start by doing the same as the last example by dividing the first variable of the dividend by the first variable of the divisor, so we get x to the 4th, and then we multiply and subtract, so we get negative x to the 6th, and then we do it with the second variable and we get minus x to the 4th, so then these cancel, and then these also cancel, and so we bring these all down, and we get x squared plus 0x plus 1, and then x squared goes into x squared one time, so we put plus 1, and so then we multiply and subtract, we get minus x squared, and then we do the same here, and we get minus 1. And since they both cancel out and we're left with nothing, there's no remainder, and this is our quotient. Okay, example number 3 is x to the 5th plus 3x cubed minus 6 divided by x minus 1. And this time we're going to use synthetic division instead of long division, and you can only use synthetic division when the coefficient of the first variable of the divisor is 1, so there would be a 1, but we don't write that because it's an x. And so we start off with the same form with all of the placeholders, but this time we take the opposite of this number, so since it's a negative 1, we make it a positive 1 and box it off over here, and then we draw a line down here, and then we bring down each of the coefficients of this dividend and put them right here. So this would be 1, 0, 3, 0, 0, and negative 6. And then we bring this first variable straight down, so that's a 1, and then we multiply it by this number, and we get 1, and we put it right there, and then we add these two together, and we get 1, and then we put it over here, or put it down here, and then multiply it by the 1, we get 1, and then this time we add 3 plus 1, and we get 4, and then we multiply that by the 1, and we get 4, and then we get 4 again, and we multiply that by 1, and put that there, and add it up, and then we multiply it by 1, and put it over here, and we're left with negative 2. So then you bring down your x's, but you move them over one, so since this one was x to the 5th, we make it x to the 4th now, and we just put all of them over here. So, and then this is our constant, and this is our remainder. And so our quotient is going to look like this. It's going to be x to the 4th plus x cubed plus 4x squared plus 4x plus 4, and then our remainder, we put it over the divisor, and we get minus 2 over x minus 1, and that is your answer. Okay, so now you know how to divide polynomials using long and synthetic division, but remember that you can only use synthetic division when the coefficient of the divisor is 1.